The law of God or written Torah that was given to Moses at Mount Sinai is full of commandments on punishing the evil. But some people preach that it is evil to punish the evil. So, is the law of God or written Torah that was given to Moses at Mount Sinai evil? What does Yeshua or Christ say about this? According to John 5:46-47, "For if you believe Moses, you will believe me, for he wrote about me. Moreover, if you believe not his book or written Torah, how much more will you believe my words?" And to Mark 7:9-10, "And he spoke to them, You do well in setting aside the commandments of God or written Torah, in order to hold fast your traditions, Talmud or oral Torah. For Moses said, Honor your father and your mother, and whoever curses their father or mother be brought to death." In other words, Yeshua or Christ teaches us to follow the law of God or written Torah that was given to Moses at Mount Sinai, because if not, we will be punished. Some might say, but Christ forgave the woman who committed adultery. Well, shall we read John 8:1-11 and find out? Yeshua or Christ traveled into the Mount of Olives. Moreover, at dawn he went again to the temple, and all the people came toward him, and he settled to teach them. Moreover, the scribes and Pharisees brought toward him a woman seized in adultery, and set her in the middle. They spoke to him, Instructor, this woman was seized for committing adultery in the very act. Moreover, Moses in the law or in Torah commanded to us that such must be casted with stones. Therefore, what say you? They spoke to test him, in order to accuse him. But Yeshua or Christ stooped downward, with his finger wrote into the ground. Moreover, in that manner they continued to interrogate him. He rose and answered toward them, The one without sin, you throw first the stone upon her. And again he stooped downward to write into the ground. Moreover, he who understood the rebuke under conscience went out one after the other, started from the elder even unto the latter, and Yeshua, Christ, was left alone, and the woman that was set in the middle. Moreover, Yeshua or Christ rose and perceived that not even one was there, except for the woman. He spoke to the woman, Where are they, your accusers that condemns you? Not even one condemned you? She spoke, Not even one, Lord. Moreover, Yeshua or Christ spoke to her, Neither condemn I condemn you. Go and sin no more. Now, if you notice, Yeshua or Christ did not stop the scribes and Pharisees from following the law of God or written Torah and punishing the woman, but instead encouraged them. But the question is, why didn't the scribes and Pharisees do it? Well, because they are liars. According to Leviticus 20:10, the man which commits adultery with another man's woman, which the woman commits adultery with her neighbor, have both committed adultery. They shall be put to death. Now, if it's true that the woman was seized for committing adultery in the very act, where is the man whom she committed adultery with? Can she commit adultery on her own? Of course not. In other words, this woman is an accomplice of the scribes and Pharisees, which also means the scribes and Pharisees are giving a false testimony, which is a violation to the law of God or written Torah. According to Exodus 20:16, or the ninth commandment, witness no false testimony against your neighbor. And whatever punishment the false witness plans to do with his brother will be the same punishment done to him. According to Deuteronomy 19:18-19, ask in order to judge well. Ask and see if the witness is false, if the witness is speaking falsely about his brother. Do which he plans to do with his brother. Put away the evil among you. In other words, the scribes and Pharisees underestimated Yeshua's or Christ's knowledge of punishment in the law of God or in Torah, for they believe that he is a false Messiah. But the moment Yeshua or Christ said, The one without sin, you throw first the stone upon her, the scribes and Pharisees knew that he knows what punishment in the law of God or in Torah awaits them if they do, so their only choice was to walk away. And so, the woman who is innocent of adultery but guilty of conspiracy, Yeshua or Christ simply said, Go and sin no more. Why? Because no one condemned no one, so punishment is not required. Because the law of God or written Torah only requires punishment when someone has done evil to the innocent. But nothing happened to Yeshua or Christ, nor did anything happen to them, so no punishment is required. Because again, punishment is only required when someone has done evil. Same with reward, which is only required when someone has done good. In other words, eye for an eye is the same with loving your neighbor as yourself. According to Yeshua or Christ in Matthew 7:12, certainly, all the great things in the eyes of men that you prefer to be done to you, do yourselves too, likewise with them, for this is the law or in Torah and the prophets or Nevi'im. This means the main purpose of punishment in the law of God or in Torah is to discourage anyone from doing anything evil against the innocent. According to Deuteronomy 19:20-21, those who remain or have not done evil, hear and fear, never continue the works they did, never repeat the words they said. This is evil among you. No eye shall pity, life for a life, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, hand for a hand, foot for a foot. In short, punishing the evil protects the innocent and discourages others from doing the very same evil. In conclusion, it is righteous to punish the evil. If you find this helpful, just simply like and subscribe to this channel. If you want to help back, just kindly donate at our Ko-fi or Patreon. Links are in the description. Thank you and God bless.